Hello, beautiful people. I warmly welcome you to my channel. This is your girl, Nurse Sabina, a psychiatric nurse practicing in the Republic of Ireland. To all my returning subscribers, thank you so much. If it's the first time you are coming across my channel, please do subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I have a lot of videos on this channel. If you are looking forward to relocate to Ireland as a registered nurse or midwife or as a healthcare assistant, all information are on this channel. I welcome you. In today's video, let's look at how you can bring in your family to join you if you are a health worker in Ireland. So I mean, if you're a healthcare assistant or a registered nurse or midwife, this is the procedure in which you need to follow to bring in your family. Do not forget that healthcare assistants and registered nurses and midwives do not hold the same permit. Therefore, there are time bounds or timelines for each of these category of health workers as to when they can bring in their family. Don't worry, go back to my playlist. I have already done a video on when a healthcare assistant can bring in the family and when a registered nurse can also bring in the family. So today's video, it's cut across. We are actually going to look at the required documents that as a health worker in Ireland you need to present to the embassy if you want your family to join you. So if you are on critical skill work permit, you know there is no time bound for you. You can apply anytime you want to bring in the family. But if you are in the general employment permit, you have a timeline. Please visit that video and get to know when you qualify to actually apply for your family to join you. Guys, are you ready to know the required documents to apply for your family? Then stick and stay. So today's video is specifically on the required documents that you need to gather if you are a healthcare worker in Ireland and you are planning on bringing in your family. These are the documents that you need to present to the embassy for the visa to be approved. One thing you need to know is you are the sponsor because you are here and you have all the Irish legal documents to bring in the family. So most of the documents you need to provide that. I have grouped the document into three parts. That is from you, the sponsor, from your spouse, and then the children. So let's first look at the documents that you, the sponsor, needs to provide. So these are the documents you need to present if you are planning on bringing in your family to join you in Ireland, if you are a registered nurse or midwife or a healthcare assistant. So as a registered nurse or midwife, the first document you need to put down is your Irish nursing PIN. Your Irish nursing license, you need that document. You need that PIN. It's the number one document. The next document you need is your critical skill work permit. So that's for a registered nurse and midwife. If you are a healthcare assistant or carer, you will provide the general employment permit. So that is settled. The next document you need is your JNIB. That's your residence permit. The next document you need is your passport, not your previous passport. The very passport that you have the Irish visa stamp in. That's the passport. A reference letter from your employer stating that you are working with them, you started work on this day, blah blah blah, and they are supporting your visa, your family visa application with this reference letter. The HR knows how to draft that letter, so just speak to your HR for that employment reference letter. The next thing you need is a 3 or 6 months recent pay slip. It can be 3 months or it can be 6 months. It's accepted. The most important thing is it's recent. And then you also need a 3 or 6 months recent bank statement. Yes, but bear in mind that with your bank statement, the address on your bank statement should be the same as your proof of address. There should be no discrepancy. The document you need is a proof of address. This is to clarify that you have gotten an apartment to welcome the family. So this address should be the same as the address on your bank statement. You can use either a utility bill or the tenancy agreement that you sign with your landlord. The next document you need is a tax certificate. Just go on your revenue. Every registered nurse or midwife in Ireland has access to that portal. So just go on your revenue and print out your tax certificate and then attach it to the next document you need is an invitation letter. This invitation letter, you need to write it personally that you are inviting the family. And maybe later we will look at a sample of an invitation letter. Okay, the next document you need is the visa application form. This form is actually done online, so you need to go to the Irish immigration website, and then the visa application website, and then fill in this form and then print out the summary of it. You need to attach it to your documents. You have to note that the form should be applied for each applicant, so you need to do separate for your spouse and then separate for each child. The next document you need is your PPS card. Every registered nurse or midwife or carer in this country has that, so you need to scan the PPS card and then attach a copy to your document. Then another thing that you need to attach is the proof of communication. You need to prove that you are in constant communication with your spouse and your children. So you can print out, let's say, summary from your WhatsApp chat with your spouse or SMS. You know, there is a way to generate it, maybe some other time. So these are the relevant documents that you as the sponsor, you need to provide. The second category of documents, as I have named it earlier. So this category is the spouse. So what documents should come from your spouse? So obviously your spouse should present his or her passport. So you need passport and then your spouse birth certificate. So then your marriage certificate. But then your spouse needs to take the marriage certificate to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in your country for attestation. So your spouse can do that. So if you are now coming into Ireland, registered nurses and midwife, if you are coming, leave your marriage certificate back home for your spouse to do the attestation when it's time for them to apply for the family visa. So your spouse needs to attach about 2 or 3 family pictures. It could be your wedding pictures or a group of, you, yourself, and your children, just to prove that you are indeed a family. You understand? The last category of documents will come from the children. So I explained earlier, from the sponsor, from your spouse, and then children. So what documents are required from the children? The first document is obviously their passport. So every child should present a passport. So you need to do that for them. There should be a birth certificate as well. And then a reference letter from their school. So if your child is schooling, you need to get a reference letter from the school, and the letter should consist of details of the child, the date of birth, and the names of parents, when the child was started schooling, and then the stage where all these information should be in that reference letter. It's just to support the application that indeed these are your biological children. So, but one important thing is, you are not only going to do attestation for your marriage certificate only. There are 3 documents that you need to take to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for the attestation, and that's your marriage certificate, your spouse birth cert, and then your children's birth cert. So all these documents must go through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for attestation before you finally include them in the document and then submit to the embassy. If you're a registered nurse or midwife or healthcare assistant in Ireland, these are the relevant documents you need to gather if you want to apply for your family to join you. These documents must all have colored photocopies each for each applicant. So you have to do all this and then finally submit the documents for the visa application process to begin. Before I close the curtains on this video, remember that the family visa application is not free, and then your employer has nothing to do with the finances of your family visa application. The fact that you have a contract with them doesn't mean they have a contract with your family. So if your employer was financially involved in your visa application as a registered nurse or midwife when you were coming to the country, when it's time for you to bring in your family, your employer has nothing to do with that financially. So it means that all the finances aspect of the family application process will be catered by you and your family. This is the little gist I have for you in today's session. I hope this helps someone who is yet to plan or yet to apply for his or her family to join in Ireland as a registered nurse or midwife. I wish you all the best in your application for your family to join you in Ireland. If you find this video useful, please don't forget to leave a comment for me, give me thumbs up, subscribe, like, comment, and share. There are many more gists to come your way. Stick and stay with me. Hit on the notification button and you will always be notified anytime I post new videos on my channel. It's your girl, Nurse Sabina, a psychiatric nurse practicing in the Republic of Ireland. You can follow me on all my social media handles. just follow me right there and I will give you a follow back. See you guys. Bye bye.